Faith Time is our weekly conversation on matters of faith, and joining us this morning is Justin Driver with Forward Church in Irvington. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
We want to continue our conversation from last hour, talking about the idea of secularization and how you fight back against that. So where do you find hope in an era of declining church habits?
Our hope is always in Jesus.
Okay.
Our hope is in the Word of God. Jesus and God is not caught off guard by the world's condition today. But I think the church is positioned tremendously to be able to offer hope and to know that there is still a God in heaven who loves them and has a plan and purpose for their life.
What are you most worried about when hearing about the rise of a spiritual non-churchgoer, people that identify that way?
I'm concerned because that produces a type of individualism. And God did not create us just to be live an individual type of faith, but to live our faith out amongst a community of believers and to demonstrate that faith to a world of unbelievers. So it's not just about me hiding, in the dark in my faith, but bringing it to light to others.
Now, you mentioned individuality, but does that in any way you feel conflict with the idea of one's own personal walk with Christ?
I think that it's a personal walk, but it's to be walked out. Love one another, the one another commandments in the Bible, pray for one another, edify one another, encourage one another, and that's hard to do by yourself.
What do you think is the biggest challenge your church faces in this era?
I think the biggest challenge we face today is understanding that that people, they do have their own lives, people are busy, not to expect too much of them, but to just live this authentic faith that through small groups, through discipleship, and know at the end of the day, God is sovereign, and the church of God will prevail.
Justin Driver with Forward Church in Irvington, we thank you for joining us for this edition of Faith Time on News 5 this morning.